Nawab Malik becomes a candidate of the Mahayuti. That's what the BJP needs to understand. This is the same Nawab Malik who has made business transactions with Dawood Ibrahim's sister Hasina Parkar. This is the same Nawab Malik who was in ED custody. And this is the same Nawab Malik, ladies and gentlemen, who is fielded as a Mahayuti ally candidate in the upcoming Maharashtra elections. I think Ajit Pawar has made a choice. I believe it's time for the BJP to make a choice as well. The BJP should break all links with Ajit Pawar's party in protest. Politicians' stated words are concerned. They say ideology matters. This is a case where it will be tested whether ideology matters for the BJP.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome, viewers. The Dawood Ibrahim-linked politician Nawab Malik has had the temerity to say that his party, the NCP Ajit faction, has reached a political adjustment regarding him with the BJP. This means that what this Dawood Ibrahim-linked politician is saying, he's saying that the BJP is okay with its own ally from the Mahayuti fielding a Dawood-linked man in the elections in Maharashtra. This is very serious, and unless the BJP denies this, it will be seen as the truth. And for BJP supporters, for believers in the BJP's right of center politics, this will naturally be a huge disappointment. How can the BJP compromise on the issue of Dawood Ibrahim? This issue, Ajit Pawar's insisting on fielding a Dawood-linked man in the elections, is a great opportunity for the BJP to dump the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP. I believe the BJP will lose more than gain by compromising on this subject. The BJP will be seen, if it compromises, as ready to compromise on its position on those associated with anti-national activities and with terrorism. A small-time Dawood gang acolyte like Nawab Malik is threatening the BJP, saying today that without his party, the Ajit Pawar NCP, no government can be formed in Maharashtra. The BJP should have called this Nawab Malik and Ajit Pawar's bluff. They should have said, we won't compromise on Dawood, even if it means not forming the government. That would have got the BJP more support than they would have lost by breaking with Ajit Pawar. The BJP would have been seen to be correcting the mistake it made during the Lok Sabha elections by getting in corrupt leaders like Ashok Chavan and closing ED cases on other new opportunistic allies. Viewers of Republic, last night I was told by some BJP leaders who came on the program that a deadline of the 4th, that is next Monday, is being given to the Ajit Pawar Party to withdraw Nawab Malik, the Dawood-linked man, as the official candidate. Frankly, I don't think Ajit Pawar will do that. And I believe that the only and best option for the BJP, I repeat, is to cut ties with Ajit Pawar. Do you agree with me? And to stick to principle rather than electoral maths. The same kind of maths that did not work in Maharashtra the last time. Viewers, do you agree with what my point of view on this issue is? Do you believe that the BJP should stick by principle more than anything else? That is debate number 1 tonight. The all-out war within the Mahayuti, the flashpoint being the Dawood Ibrahim man, Nawab Malik. debate number 2 this evening. I have an exclusive with Hardeep Singh Puri, Cabinet Minister, who's joining me on how India has become a global oil refining hub and how in terms of exports to Europe, we have even crossed Saudi Arabia and what this means for our foreign policy. He's joining us a little after 8:30. And at 9 o'clock tonight, viewers, on debate 3, why target Diwali in Delhi when the AAP government can't do anything about pollution? I believe that's Diwali hypocrisy. And debate 4, Yogi Adityanath goes all out, says those who are trying to divide Hindu society on the basis of caste are modern day Ravanas and Duryodhans. That's debate 4. And here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the debate tonight. The Maharashtra elections hit boiling point as a politician with ties to perhaps India's most wanted criminal Dawood Ibrahim emerges as the biggest controversy. The Mahayuti alliance is split wide open. The BJP says it will not campaign for Dawood-linked Malik, while Malik fires back saying that they won't be backing the BJP either then. India surpasses Saudi Arabia as Europe's top oil product supplier. But whose oil is being refined anyway? Russia's. Europe's two-faced stance on sanctions and its reliance on Russian oil are now in the spotlight, exposed like never before. A blazing face-off in the national capital over the firecracker ban. While the AAP stands firm on the decision, the BJP and Hindu saints slam the move, saying that Hindu festivals are being deliberately targeted.
आज भी राजनीति के लिए सेम बने हुए फिर वही कार्य कर रहे हैं, बांटने का काम। जो कार्य कभी रावण ने किया था और उसके परिणाम क्या हुए थे, यह हर कोई परिणाम के बारे में जानकारी रखता है।
And after 5 centuries, Lord Ram's grand return to Ayodhya, stunning visuals from the Deepotsav celebrations, record-breaking feats, and Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath offering prayers at the Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir calls out the wrongdoing under the garb of secularism, hits out at modern-day Ravans and Duryodhans. And the big story is the dilemma facing the BJP. The fact is, whichever way the BJP may try to spin it, it has been directly cornered by its own ally, the Ajit Pawar NCP. Ajit Pawar insists on putting up a Dawood Ibrahim-linked man as the party candidate. The BJP says they won't campaign for Nawab Malik, but it's playing safe, not breaking ties with a party that is endorsing and supporting a man who has been linked to India's most wanted. Let's debate.
In Maharashtra, a Dawood-linked politician is at the center of a showdown within the ruling alliance just ahead of the polls. Arrested in February 2022, NCP's Nawab Malik walked out after getting interim bail from the Supreme Court of India. After significant buzz around Nawab contesting as an independent, it was finally announced that Nawab will be Ajit Pawar's official candidate from the mankhurd seat.
mankhurd शिवाजी नगर विधानसभा क्षेत्र से नेशनलिस्ट कांग्रेस पार्टी का नामांकन भरा था। साथ ही में अपक्ष भी नामांकन दाखिल किया था और समय पे पार्टी की तरफ से एबी फॉर्म जमा कराया गया 2/55 को, और अब मैं चुनाव नेशनलिस्ट कांग्रेस पार्टी की तरफ से लड़ूंगा।
Moments after, NCP ally Shinde Sena revealed the candidacy of Suresh Patil from the very same mankhurd seat. This is what has sparked an all-out internal war in the Mahayuti. BJP's Ashish Shellar made the party stand crystal clear. He said, the BJP was not going to campaign for Dawood-linked Malik.
नवाब मलिक यांचा प्रचार करणार नाही, प्रचार करण्याचा विषय येत नाही. आमची भूमिका दाऊद आणि दाऊदशी रिलेटेड केस या संदर्भातल्या व्यक्तीच्या प्रचाराची नाही.
Nawab was quick to retort, saying that it is near impossible to form government in Maharashtra without Ajit Pawar's political weight.
जहाँ तक महाराष्ट्र के चुनाव का सवाल है, जिस तरह की परिस्थिति है, कांटे का मुकाबला है. ये बात स्पष्ट है कि बिना अजीत पवार के कोई भी सरकार महाराष्ट्र में बन नहीं सकती और अजीत पवार जी विचारों से समझौता कर नहीं सकते.
Shinde Sena also made their stand clear while speaking exclusively to Republic TV.
There is no war between Mahayuti. We have made our stand very clear about Nawab Malik that he has connections with Dawood. So we will not accept him. And that we stand, our stand is very clear and we stand by it.
As the war in the Mahayuti is now out in the open, all eyes on what the Mahayuti verdict will be in deciding the fate of the Dawood-linked politician.
Now the BJP is really in a fix here. Yesterday they said we won't campaign for him. They also said we've given a deadline of the 4th of November for Ajit Pawar to withdraw the candidature of this Dawood link man Nawab Malik. But Nawab Malik is very confident. He's saying the BJP can't even try to take action. It needs Ajit Pawar. No government can be formed without Ajit Pawar. So it's basically Nawab Malik is saying that the BJP is a helpless party. It can make a song and dance about his associations with Dawood Ibrahim, but actually it can't do anything. And it's a very bad situation for the BJP, which is for a party now known for its nationalist philosophy, right of center politics, to be accused of being weak and dependent on a party that is supporting a Dawood Ibrahim linked man. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember one thing before I start the debate. BJP has made innumerable comments against Nawab Malik, called for action against him, called him a supporter and a beneficiary of the Dawood Ibrahim group, and today the BJP ally has officially fielded him and refuses to pull him back. I'm opening the debate tonight with Surena Malhotra. Dr. Surena Malhotra is national spokesperson of the NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Since essentially he is your man also, he is close to you, has been with you, you must be enjoying this situation of the BJP from the sidelines.
So basically, happy Diwali to everyone.
To you as well.
And hope the Diwali is good for all the people of Maharashtra. And we are at the start of basically at the elections, and now we see that at the start only there is so much of commotion, there is so much of confusion. So we really wonder that how this Mahayuti government is going to function, going to go further in this elections together. See, basically, I will talk about our party, our Mahavikas Aghadi, that we did very well during the Lok Sabha elections, especially in Maharashtra. My party, that is Nationalist Congress Party, SP, we did very well, 80% strike rate, even it could have been 90% strike rate, even if not that the other Tutari would have not come in the picture. But we have done very well.
But what is your view on Nawab Malik?
So my view is basically that this is their internal question. They have to resolve it together, what they should do and what they should not do.
No, but
BJP has to have their own
Nawab
stand.
Malik a Dawood Ibrahim linked politician?
Yeah, so that is there. They should have thought before giving the AB form, isn't it?
But Surena ji, you knew he was a Dawood Ibrahim linked politician, but you pampered him a lot over the last few years. Why?
No,
Exactly.
at that time there was nothing. It is still proved or not proved or whatever. But I'm
So
making a statement
when
here.
Nawab Malik
No,
is
I'm
with you,
making a-
nothing is
I
proved.
am-
But when
I am
Nawab
not-
Malik goes to the BJP
I
or to
am
the
not
Mahayuti,
taking-
he's a problem.
I'm not blaming anybody at this juncture. I'm just saying.
But don't
that
you have
this is a
strong views
question
on
of-
Dawood Ibrahim,
No,
the
this is
conspirator of the
question-
1993
this is-
Mumbai blast?
This is the question.
Ma'am,
of the
I have been a
Mahayuti
Mumbaikar.
that-
257 people were killed by Dawood Ibrahim.
Definitely, yes, and if the ties are proved, it is definitely a very bad situation. But at the same time, this is the question which
But
has
for
to be
us, the
handled
people
now
of India,
by Mahavika
for us, the
Gandhi.
citizens, it is not a political ping pong.
See,
See,
that is what
for us, it's a serious matter. It's a matter of
this-
grave concern
Definitely,
that
it
a
is-
man
it is a grave
directly linked to
concern.
now Dawood Ibrahim has the guts to challenge the BJP. The BJP can't do anything, it says. They need Ajit Pawar. They can't touch me. It's a
That is
difficult
what they
situation
have
for
been-
Sanju Verma to enter the
Mahayuti-
debate. Sanju, tough situation
Yes.
for you tonight on this one.
Arnab, I'm prepared for your tough questions, as you rightfully should be asking. But let me say one thing very clearly. I'm not going to be holding back my punches, and I'm not going to shove the uncomfortable truth under the carpet. Is the BJP going to wait till the 4th of November to see how the whole thing unfolds in terms of whether Ajit Pawar finally decides to withdraw Nawab Malik's candidature from mankhurd Shivaji Nagar? We'll have to wait and watch. But the most important point is this. The BJP will do what needs to be done. But if anyone says the BJP is helpless, I just want to say one thing to them, be it Narendra Modi, Amit Shah or Devendra Fadnavis. I don't think in the BJP, if you put a gun to our head, you're going to have your cake and eat it too. Let me be very clear. Who is the person who actually made the big expose about Nawab Malik and his son Faraz Malik and their entity Solidus Investments, which got acres and acres of property worth hundreds of crores for a few 20, 30 lakhs? It was the BJP, it was Devendra Fadnavis. So please don't shoot the messenger. And the second and most important point is
Chandrasekhar
this.
Jha.
How is
Tariq
it?
Lai.
How is it that Nawab Malik, Arnab, you asked a very important point. Let me make this point. Your audience needs to listen to this. Nawab Malik has been in active politics for almost 5 decades. And out of these 5 decades, for the longest time, he has been a close confidant of Sharad Pawar. Under Sharad Pawar's generosity and leadership, Nawab Malik was made the minority minister, the skill development minister. He was made the national spokesperson of Sharad Pawar faction. He was made the guardian minister of Gondia and Parbhani. And today, suddenly, in a classic 180-degree turn,
No, but-
Sharad Pawar's acolytes come on national TV and say, "हमारा तो नवाब मलिक से कोई लेना देना है ही
I'm
नहीं."
saying, see-
अरे इतनी hypocrisy कहाँ
See,
से
you are
लेकर आते हैं
uncomfortable.
भाई साहब?
You are uncomfortable, and
I'm not uncomfortable.
you are
Let me
uncomfortable.
finish.
Your
Let me finish.
discomfort
Arnab,
is showing. Your discomfort
problem
is obvious,
yesterday
Sanju.
You told me, Sanju, you're speaking like Alice in Wonderland. I held back my retort, but Arnab, you're too smart a journalist. Please don't try to pretend to be ignorant. I want to ask a question today to Arnab Goswami, and without being personally offensive to him. Who was campaigning for Amol Gajanan Kirtikar from the Mumbai Northwest constituency? It was a man called Iqbal Musa, who was standing on the dais along with Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray. Who is Iqbal Musa? Iqbal Musa is also one of the accused in the 1993 Mumbai blast. Show me one anchor of national television who asked Uddhav Thackeray, why is Iqbal Musa standing next to you and campaigning for your candidate in Mumbai Northwest?
Okay, now-
that Mumbai
now-
Northwest seat was
Now,
lost by
now
Uddhav
this,
Thackeray.
now I'll
And
tell,
maybe that is a different
Sanju,
story.
now I have to get the others in. First of
Can
all,
you talk
for
about
1 minute,
Iqbal Musa, Arnab Goswami?
just one.
Can you talk about
Just-
Iqbal Musa
just 1 minute.
being mollycoddled by
Are
Uddhav
Baba,
Thackeray?
just 1 minute, listen to me, Sanju. Your point does not become stronger if you repeat it 3 times. In fact, this was
Then
the
you can
subject
repeat
of
it
my
10 times.
conversation with Devendra Fadnavis in Mumbai when I had an event. He spoke about it, I spoke about it, we both spoke about it. As far as you're saying, will Uddhav Thackeray answer your questions? I believe Uddhav Thackeray does not have the guts to come face to face with me. So I'm not going to get into who is to answer questions or not. third point here tonight. Third point is that whatever the other side may do, BJP is supposed to be different. BJP, one minute. On national security, we expect other thing from BJP. I believe viewers, people say, Arnab, you support BJP. I never support BJP when I disagree with them principally on issues. This is one of those issues I disagree with the BJP principally. BJP should say principle first. We will break ties on the issue of a Dawood Ibrahim linked politician. Across the country, you will get support, not just in Maharashtra. Across the country.
BJP walks the talk on national interest, Arnab. You know that better than anyone else. You can try
Then you have to break ties with Ajit Pawar.
Why is a conscientious journalist like you not talking about
Then it is like saying that the Congress party fields Channi in parliament to support Amritpal, and we say Congress party has made a mistake and BJP compromises. There is no difference between Amritpal's version of politics and this man's version of politics. I am opening it up. I actually believe tonight everybody is uncomfortable. Except maybe Krishna Hegde, everybody is uncomfortable on this. Sabka kisi na kisi wo hai.
You want to discuss Uddhav Thackeray.
Are Uddhav Thackeray, what is there to discuss about Uddhav Thackeray?
Why don't you want to discuss Iqbal Musa? Tell me one good reason. Why can't you question?
You will not be able to change the subject. Krishna Hegde, why can't you convince the BJP to break off on this issue? Do they need Ajit Pawar more than you?
We've already given a candidate Suresh Patil against Nawab Malik, and we've given a candidate Avinash Rane against his daughter Sana Malik. So I think we have been very clear on our stand, and both these candidates are the Mahayuti candidates, and the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Shiv Sena are going to work for the Mahayuti candidates.
You know that your supporters, sorry to interrupt, your supporters, hardcore right of center Hindutva believing right of center supporters will ask you. All is very good. दाऊद वाले पॉलिटिशियन आपके मायावती से कैंडिडेट बन गए, आप बोल रहे हैं ठीक है किसी तरह से हमको हाफवे मार्क पहुंचना है.
किसने बोला सब ठीक है? आशीष शेलार has condemned that move.
नहीं, आशीष शेलार बोल रहे हैं कि हम इन दो सीट्स में इनका समर्थन नहीं करेंगे. आप क्यों नहीं बोल रहे पूरे महाराष्ट्र में नहीं करेंगे? बोलिए पूरे महाराष्ट्र में नहीं करेंगे.
Arnab, let me tell you, you said that the BJP is helpless.
I will wait till 4th November and I will call you back on 4th November at this time.
Yes, please do.
Arnab, you said
Yes,
that
Krishna Hegde.
You said that the BJP is helpless. The BJP has come back into power under the leadership of Sammaniya Narendra Modi ji for the third time. The BJP is having over 15 states, and ruling over 15 states and ruling them well. I don't think Nawab Malik is even a factor for a BJP which makes it helpless. So I don't think, this is only a question of the internal issue between Ajit Pawar and Nawab Malik, which they need to be
It is not your internal issue. It is a national issue. It is an issue of every citizen of the country. I'm sorry, Dawood Ibrahim. No. Krishna Hegde, this is my problem. 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Bringing back Ashok Chavan is not an internal issue of BJP. Because when we raised the issue of Ashok Chavan, Kargil for Profit, Adarsh, it was a national issue. Everybody remembers. Dawood Ibrahim is a designated terrorist. The mastermind of 93 Bombay blast.
How many debates did you do when Nawab Malik was a part of the Sharad Pawar faction?
Then the question should be...
How many, what did I do? See, Sanju Verma will teach me journalism now. Sanju Verma will now teach me journalism. Okay, ask me.
You don't teach me how to be
And this land was bought in 2005.
One minute. Krishna Hegde, 1 minute. Krishna, 1 minute. Because these comments of Sanju must not go unrebutted. How would you ever ask Uddhav Thackeray, Are Baba, ask anybody, nobody in this country has taken off Uddhav Thackeray more than me. None of you politicians have.
Yeah, but why are you not asking tough questions now?
Now the second question goes, why do you not ask questions of... 1 minute. Second question goes, Sanju Verma. Second question from Sanju Verma today is, why don't you take on Nawab Malik? I'll tell you, 3-4 years back, we took on Nawab Malik so badly, uska sting operation kar diya. उसमें उन्होंने कहा, मैं चाहता हूँ कि अर्नब गोस्वामी आत्महत्या करे. मुझे तो पता है सुसाइड करेंगे. अरे I know how to take on people. I know how to, when I take on people, I don't care. When I take on people, I don't care.
asking tough
डिड आई
questions, I will
केयर?
also
अशोक
answer
चौहान ने
that.
फोन किया था मुझे कारगिल का प्रॉफिट आदर्श के टाइम पे, पूछिए मैंने क्या कहा था उनको। मैं कोई केयर नहीं करता कौन मुख्यमंत्री है कौन क्या है, जो करना है मैं कर दूंगा, आई डोंट केयर। और मैं दिल से कह रहा हूं, दाऊद इब्राहिम लिंक पॉलिटिशियन के साथ आपकी लिंक नहीं होनी चाहिए। आपकी पार्टी के लिए गलत छवि है ये, आपकी पार्टी की छवि के लिए गलत है ये।
पूछने से आपको आज डर क्यों लग रहा है?
Ashok Chavan has also apologized for his mistake, and he has clearly
अपॉलॉजी
said,
से क्या होता है?
No, and over that, the chief minister has the discretionary power to allot tax, as you know.
don't
But
justify.
however, he said that he has made a mistake.
Viewers,
Now,
is this-
we cannot catch him all the time for that.
See,
now
this is-
today the topic is Nawab Malik. We have put 2 candidates against Nawab Malik and his daughter, and these are the official Mahayuti candidates, and we are going to work for the Mahayuti candidates.
I'm saying, sir, Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar, listed in 3rd November 2003 in paragraph 1 and 2 of resolution 1390 of UN as being associated with Al-Qaeda, as being associated with Osama bin Laden, as being associated with Taliban, international terrorist network, a man
So it is
who's
very
linked,
unfortunate
a
if
man
anyone
who's
is
linked,
associated with them. They should
a
not
man
be
who's linked to
associated
this
with them.
fellow,
Pradesh police.
he becomes your candidate.
It was the Uttar Pradesh police under Yogi Adityanath that gunned down Iqbal Kaskar when he was trying to flee.
भाई आप
Police strangled
ये
him.
सब वो all that is good, but you break ties first with this fellow over the
Who
Nawab
killed
Malik
Iqbal
issue.
Kaskar? Who arrested Mustafa Dosa?
Anyway, he's dying to go back to Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar is dying to go back to Sharad Pawar.
Perpetrator of 1993 Mumbai blast.
Only
इसकी
Sharad
बात
Pawar
करिए,
is not
मुस्तफा
taking him
दोसा
now.
को किसने अरेस्ट किया था? मोदी सरकार ने किया था मुस्तफा दोसा को अरेस्ट।
आप टाटा बाय बाय कर दीजिए इनको।
1993 blast. Sorry?
You say Tata bye bye to Ajit Pawar. Say if you want to go with a Dawood link man, you are out, we are out. Khatam.
We will say
Arnab, let us
Tata
wait
bye
till the
bye
fourth
if we
on
have
what
to. That
decision
call
Ajit
will be
Pawar
taken by
takes.
senior
However, there
leadership.
is no
But
need
as
to
a
break.
Okay, I'll open to Chandrasekhar Jha and Tariq Lari are watching very quietly on this debate. Most of the debate has been focused on Sanju Verma this evening. आप चुप क्यों हैं तारिक लारी जी?
थोड़ा मजा ले रहा हूँ।
किस चीज का मजा ले रहे हैं?
वैसे भी इन लोग को तो बड़ी अच्छी आदत है, आतंकवादियों को तो एमपी बनाते हैं। साध्वी प्रज्ञा ठाकुर आतंकवादी है, बाकायदा लिस्टेड आतंकवादी है। उनका अभिनव भारत लिस्टेड है, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से ही लिस्टेड है।
तारिक लारी,
एक मिनट मैडम, संजू जी मैं बहुत देर क्यों बैठा हूँ? आप भी थोड़ा सा प्लीज
पेट्रियाटिज्म पर भाषण मत दो। Who gave ticket to Atiq Ahmed from Phulpur? It was your Aka Mulayam Singh Yadav. Who was saying?
अतीक अहमद जो है, अतीक अहमद जो आतंकवादी नहीं था, माफिया था, तो ब्रिजभूषण शरण सिंह भी माफिया, ब्रिजेश सिंह भी माफिया है। मैडम एक मिनट रुक जाइए। ओसामा बिन लादेन आपके अब्बा रहे होंगे, इसीलिए बार बार याद करती हैं आप। आपके पिताजी रहे होंगे ओसामा बिन लादेन, आपके पिताजी का एड्रेस है पाकिस्तान, तभी आप लोग पाकिस्तान को बहुत याद करती हैं। हर समय अपने पाकिस्तान को याद करती है, मायके को याद करती है।
और आपके बिरादरी के लोगों की खासियत है, radical jihadi
को याद करेंगी।
You are a radical jihadi, nothing more. I don't even want to dignify a radical jihadi's insane allegation.
आपका पत्रकार जो है वो जाता है, जाकर
बिरादरी के
दाऊद कंट्रोवर्सी रिस्पोंडिंग तारिक।
टेलीविजन डिबेट पर आकर सिर्फ
देखिए ना,
आता है। You are a
प्रसाद पुरोहित, रमेश उपाध्याय, समीर कुलकर्णी, अजय रक्षेरी, सुधाकर द्विवेदी, आपी के तो रिश्तेदार है मैडम,
मसूद अजहर जी,
आपी के तो रिश्तेदार है, मेरे रिश्तेदार तो है
ये
नहीं।
सब आपके alliance partners की करनी है।
ओसामा बिन लादेन का रिश्तेदार है।
You gave ticket to Atiq Ahmed and your leader Akhilesh Yadav shed copious tears when Atiq Ahmed was killed. Your leader shed copious tears when Mukhtar Ansari
हाँ भाई, एक सांसद पूर्व सांसद मारा गया था।
On the debate, everyone.
की मौत पर सबसे ज्यादा रोना आपके अखिलेश यादव ने किया था।
यूपी की
One minute.
मौत पर सबसे ज्यादा रोना देना
तारिक लारी, 1 minute.
मंत्री भी रोए थे,
यादव ने किया था।
आपके मुख्यमंत्री भी रोए थे, और आपका मुख्यमंत्री तो अपनी जान बचाने के लिए रोए थे।
जिहादी शांत हो
वो तो
जाओ।
कैसे रोए थे?
Don't call him jihadi. Don't call him jihadi.
याद है वो?
Don't call him jihadi.
याद है ना वो चाइना वाला सीरा पड़ा वाला? कैसे बोला करके कि मैं मर जाऊंगा, मेरी जान बचा लीजिए, याद है वो सीना पड़ा कैसे रो रहा था।
गोली किसने चलाई थी? आपके आका मुलायम सिंह यादव ने इंडियन मुजाहिदीन के समर्थन में हाईकोर्ट में पिटीशन
जिनपिंग सिंह के रिश्तेदारी याद है ना,
अखिलेश यादव
जिनपिंग सिंह की रिश्तेदारी यहाँ पे नहीं है, चिंता ना करिए। और आप ही अच्छा चलिए उत्तराखंड में किसी देशी को मुख्यमंत्री बना दीजिए, उत्तराखंड में किसी देशी को मुख्यमंत्री बना दीजिए, उत्तराखंड में किसी देशी को मुख्यमंत्री बना दीजिए अपनी पार्टी का, अरे किसी देशी को मुख्यमंत्री बना दीजिए अपनी पार्टी का। ये तो यूपी शराबत वाला है। प्लीज स्टेप अप योर लिप्स नाउ। बहुत देर हो गई, बड़ी देर आपकी बकवास सुन रहा हूँ, बहुत देर से आपकी बकवास सुन रहा हूँ। अरे कोई पानी आनी पिलाओ इनको भाई, कोई पानी पिलाओ इनको।
संजू
याकूब मेमन के समर्थन में सुप्रीम कोर्ट गए थे रात के 2 बजे। Please don't hang Yaqub Memon. Please don't hang
This is
Yaqub Memon.
in my view, Sanju and Tariq ji, I believe that this is a national security issue. ये national security issue है. It is a national security issue because this man Dawood is working with Lashkar-e-Toiba, is working with Jaish-e-Mohammed, is working with Al-Qaeda. Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed are targeting our forces, our Indian army, and Nawab Malik has done business with the Dawood Ibrahim family. And हम सवाल पूछे तो कहा जाता है हमारा internal issue नहीं है, national security issue है. It's not an internal issue.
उद्धव ठाकरे से भी सवाल पूछिए आप.
मेरे प्रोग्राम में लाइए तो उनको पूछ लूंगा.
और तमाम जगह ब्लास्ट करवा देते, मेरा गांव ब्लास्ट वाला तो वो नेशनल इशू, इंटरनल इशू और सिक्योरिटी इशू नहीं था, वो भी तो सिक्योरिटी इशू था। RTX था ना, बहुत बड़ी बात है। कर्नल रोहित अपनी आर्मी की गाड़ी में लेकर आया था और साध्वी प्रज्ञा ठाकुर ने अपने स्कूटर में
आप ज्यादा वरी मत कीजिए
इशू तो ये भी है।
प्लीज, एवरीबडी इज ऑन राइट नाउ. कृष्णा हेगड़े, इट्स अ बिग इशू.
मसला ये
नेशनल इशू बन चुका है. It has become a national issue.
नवाब मलिक नाम से आपको परेशानी हो रही है.
Abu Azmi as a candidate. He is contesting against Nawab Malik. So why is he talking? Is he willing to withdraw Abu Azmi? Tariq should answer that. Then why is he supporting him? You decide first whether you want to support Abu Azmi, your candidate, or you want to support Nawab Malik.
Okay, चंद्रशेखर झा.
इनका उससे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्या नाम है, और साध्वी प्रज्ञा
चंद्रशेखर झा.
अरे
प्रज्ञा ठाकुर नाम से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
चंद्रशेखर झा, आपकी पार्टी नवाब मलिक की सबसे बड़ी सपोर्ट और स्पॉन्सर हो चुकी है. Uddhav Thackeray is the biggest sponsor of Nawab Malik over the last few years. That is why Chandrasekhar is also quiet tonight. You see that? All parties have done or are doing business with a Dawood Ibrahim linked politician. This is the reality in our country, viewers. All parties, for political expediency, will work with the Dawood linked politician. Please, Chandrasekhar Jha.
We don't have anybody connecting with that.
You don't have anybody connected with what?
Mr. Nawab Malik is not connected with us at this moment. It is connected with BJP.
And 1 year back?
And the BJP should resolve.
And 1 year back?
1 year back or 2 years back, it was a long time story, but eventually Mr. Devendra Fadnavis.
So what is it that brought you together, Dawood Ibrahim?
Let me
What is it that brought you together? What was common between Uddhav Thackeray and Nawab Malik? Tell me.
Was undivided.
Tell me, what was the link between Uddhav Thackeray and Nawab Malik?
Mr. Devendra Fadnavis himself surrendered to this party, and they have acted together for last 1.5 years, and then they say that we will not go with this Nawab Malik and the Ajit Pawar group. It's totally a baseless.
Listen, we have not worked with them
but
together.
Internally they are connected, and eventually they are fighting together. And they don't have any answers right now, and they are trying explaining everything.
We have put candidate against
them. Are not going to help them out. And eventually,
against Sana Malik and Nawab Malik,
and today also, when the person is going to file his nomination,
don't say that we have done business with them or we have worked with them.
They did not have any objections. They have given warning.
One minute.
They are fighting.
Sir,
the
Chandrasekhar.
What kind of explanation is coming out from this Mahayuti? This is not an explanation, but this is complete conspiracy in together, and they are trying to resolve the conspiracy and showing the public that this altogether is something else.
Wasn't he part of your government?
Audio control. One at a
Tell me
time.
that. Give me this answer. Wasn't he part of your government? He was part of your government. When
You made him a
came
minister.
You guys boycotted Nawab Malik.
He was
Eventually,
now he
eventually,
is from jail.
when
The election. We have put candidates again.
No.
He was
The question
arrested
is, okay, I'll put that question. Dr. Surena Malhotra, before I close, can you please tell me whether it is true that Sharad Pawar had supported Nawab Malik for a ministry position during the MVA government? Why did Sharad Pawar support a Dawood-linked politician for a ministership?
See, we are basically now talking about the present. Presently, the
No, but why did
situation is
Sharad Pawar?
there.
Why did
At
Sharad
that time it was
Pawar give him a ministry?
At that time, it was a different question. So why exactly now? Why is Ajit Pawar now supporting him? We are talking about the present. We are going ahead with the latest election.
Surena louder, not others.
So Vidhan Sabha election. So now we have to think about the present, and the present. All this proves that there is an utter chaos in Mahayuti, and the Mahavikas Aghadi is all together. We are all together. We don't have any differences. We have solved our
Sangola, you are fighting against each other. In Solapur South, you are fighting against each other. In Pandarpur, you are fighting against each other. In Paranda, you are fighting against each other. In Digras, you are fighting against each other. In Aheri, you are fighting against each other. In Baikala, you are fighting against each other. So don't say
89 and 85. So that shows that all three main Mahavikas Aghadi, all of them are equal. All of them have equal powers. Whereas not like here in Mahayuti, where BJP has got, I think it's 173 or something very high, and then Ajit Pawar has got some 53, and Shiv Sena has got 80 or something.
The biggest story as of now in Maharashtra, ladies and gentlemen, the story of Dawood-linked politician Nawab Malik taking center stage. We're tracking it very closely. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, as per latest reports by global oil trade trackers, big headline that India is surpassing many nations of the world to emerge as one of the top most refined petroleum products exporter to Europe, even more than Saudi Arabia. The reason why this is significant is that this is the same Europe now taking refined oil from us that talks tough on imposing sanctions on Russia, and back in 2022 wanted to blame and villainize India for buying oil from Russia. Well, our foreign policy keeps that nation first ahead. We did not budge under Western pressure, and today our decision is the reason why India is a global oil refining hub and a bigger exporter of oil products to Europe than even Saudi Arabia.
India is emerging as one of the largest petroleum products exporter to Europe. As per latest reports of some global tracking agencies, India has emerged as the fourth largest oil refiner in the world, with at least 15 to 17 European nations among India's top 100 export destinations. As per estimates, the highest importers of refined petroleum products from India are nations from Europe, with exports reaching over 1.5 lakh barrels per day. This is especially important as the same Western nations directed a lot of ire against India for purchasing Russian oil in the aftermath of the Ukraine war amid surging global oil prices.
ये यूक्रेन की लड़ाई के कारण पेट्रोल वाले तेल की कीमत ये दुगना हो चुकी और हम पे बहुत दबाव था कि कुछ देश से लें, कुछ देश से नहीं लें, कैसे लें, किस कीमत पे लें। और इसमें भी मोदी सरकार जो है और खुद प्रधानमंत्री की सोच थी कि जो हमारे राष्ट्र हित में है हमें करना चाहिए, और अगर कहीं दबाव आए तो हमें दबाव का सामना करना चाहिए।
Forcing India to call out Western hypocrisy vis-a-vis Russian oil.
You know, it's interesting because we've seen for some time what looks almost like a campaign on this issue. Now, I was just reading a report today that in the month of March, Europe has bought, I think, 15% more oil and gas from Russia than it did the month before.
Now, as India's oil exports to Europe surged by over 2.5 lakh% as compared to 2018, the biggest question emerges. Is West's hypocrisy on Russian oil imports finally exposed?
And on that report, we have Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri with us this evening. This report, Mr. Puri, getting a lot of attention that India has become Europe's top supplier of refined fuel, petroleum products. That's sort of a headline-grabbing story doing the rounds that India has surpassed Saudi Arabia. Can you tell us more about what the facts are in this context and where we stand?
Thank you very much, Arnab. I'd be happy to take you through the facts as I understand them and do some context setting.
Yes.
Let me clarify at the outset that insofar as Indian supplies of refined petroleum products to Europe is concerned, we used to do an average of about 154,000 barrels a day before the Russia-Ukraine military operation, and we are doing about 200,000 barrels a day now. And this varies from time to time depending on the global situation. Now, the interesting thing is, as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned, in the interest of objective context setting, Saudi Arabia has a refining capacity of about 3.3 million barrels a day. And they consume domestically 3.7 million barrels a day. So it stands to reason that Saudi Arabia does not have the exportable surplus. So it's very possible when analysis is done, some people seem to overlook that. But the good part of the story here, and what should really grab attention not only in India, it's outside, is that we have steadily moved, Arnab, from being a deficit country insofar as refining is concerned. We have moved from 2001, from the Vajpayee era onwards, which has been accelerated by the Honorable Prime Minister. We have now moved into a major refining global hub. We are now only after, I think, the United States, China and Russia. We are the fourth largest global refining hub. But the even better news is that our refining capacity is going up, whereas in all these other countries, the refineries, the small ones, are either closing down or, not expanding. Today in India, if memory serves me right, we have a refining capacity of something like 268.7 million metric tons per annum. I'll repeat that, 268.7 million metric tons per annum. And we already have plans in motion, plans which are currently being implemented as we speak, to take that capacity up to 310 million metric tons per annum. And we are now having brainstorming sessions amongst us whether this should go up to 400 million metric tons per annum or even 450. Because apart from refined petroleum products, Arnab, we also produce petchem. And India, as a fast-growing economy, growing at 7%, our global average, if you look at our per capita consumption, is much lower than the global average, much lower than China's. So we will need to ramp up our petchem production also. Insofar as the exports are concerned, when the Ukraine-Russia military operation took place, our imports from Russia were a minuscule. It was about 0.2%. And now today it's gone up from 35% to 35% plus, which is a function of market forces and the transparent imports that we conduct. We float a tender at the point of importation, and anyone who can supply that grade of crude is welcome to export to us, and we import from them. Today we are in a situation, there's enough oil available in the world. We have a very good increase in our consumption, in our demand for consumption. It's likely to go up by 25% of the total demand in the next 20 years will come from India. And we have a very good story to tell on our refining capacity. We'll be exporting more and more refined petroleum products.
Now, this is incredible that we have gone from from a deficit to a major refining hub globally. But, Mr. Puri, are we giving the Europeans refined Russian oil effectively? Are we taking the crude from Russia, refining it here, making it Indian refined oil and sending it back? Because the EU foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, had said that if diesel or gasoline is entering Europe coming from India and being produced with Russian oil, then it is a circumvention of sanctions and member states have to take measures. This was said by him sometime.
There are no sanctions on Russian oil. No, a lot of people have made a lot of statements. Let me assure you, there are no sanctions on Russian oil. When the European Union and the other countries in the West decided to take an ideological position on Russian oil, I want to remind you, at that point of time, all Russian energy coming through a pipeline to Hungary was exempt. And Hungary is a European Union country. And all energy going by a pipeline to China was exempt. And all energy being exported from Sakhalin in East Asia to Japan was exempt. Point one. The only stipulation was that they wanted to place Russian oil under a price cap. And we were quite happy. I mean, if we can buy crude oil cheaper, we'd be very happy to do that.
No, so they were foolish to put a price cap on Russian crude and oil products because they wanted to fight Russia. We took advantage of that. We took advantage of that and said, give us the crude, we'll refine it and give it to the rest of the world. Have we done that?
No. I don't think, I would be very careful. I spent 39 years in the world of diplomacy. I want to say very clearly that they took a position. They were actually, the United States and other countries were very happy that we were buying Russian oil. Because Russia produced, Arnab, something like 13 million barrels a day at that point of time.
Yes.
Supposing that 13 million barrels of oil had gone off the market, we would have put more pressure on Saudi oil and on UAE oil, which means the price of oil would have gone up to 200 barrels.
You're saying the West is happy that we are buying Russian oil. So are they just... You're saying they're actually very happy that we are buying Russian oil, which means it's all drama when they say we are funding the war.
Well, no. You see, I'm not the anchor, you are, so I must give you the privilege of choosing your adjectives. When you say they're happy, I think they have told us in confidence that they are happy that we are buying Russian oil because we have been able to keep global oil prices under check. They are also very happy, I think, that it's been done in a structured way. And if they have a sanction on some entities, etc., we are happy to comply with that. So I think it's a win-win for both sides. And today we are in a situation to diversify. We have diversified our imports from 27 countries to 39 countries. And we are in the happy situation today of providing relief to our consumers.
You've been very smart.
Yesterday on Dhanteras and today...
You've been very smart. I would say that Hardeep Singh Puri is a very canny man. He saw the advantage, the government saw the advantage, and eventually it's being routed back to Europe. And with your 39 years in diplomacy, you probably know that there's a lot of Western hypocrisy anyway, that they say one thing and do another. You're taking advantage of the fact that you know them well.
But I think the Honorable Prime Minister has been very clear and steadfast in his commitment to providing energy to the consumer at the lowest possible price. On 3 occasions, he has reduced the price by twice. He has decreased the excise duty in November 21, in May 22, and once a few months ago when 2 rupees it came down. So the total price of petrol and diesel has come down by 16 rupees and 13 rupees in the first thing, and it has come down subsequently by another 2 rupees. And yesterday, we took a very far-sighted decision, thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister's commitment, where we have done some freight rationalization. So in some of the far-flung areas, in far-flung states, the price of petrol and diesel has come down by as much as 4 rupees per litre. Let me give you some statistics. In Arunachal Pradesh, in Tawang, it has come down by 3 rupees 72 paise petrol and diesel by 2 rupees 89 paisa. In Lumla by 3 rupees 96 paisa per litre and diesel by 3 rupees 12 paisa. We have done the same in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Mizoram, Odisha, and the whole country. So all the geographies have been covered except which are ones which are poll bound, and that we will do after the current round of elections is over. And I think this is a very big development, that whilst prices all over the world are going up, Modi's Bharat brings the prices down, and the benefit to the consumer is immense.
That's actually huge, but how the media is. We only report when prices of fuel go up. Have you ever seen in all these years the media report a story that fuel prices have gone down? But now that you've said it, I'm sure a lot of people will take notice of it. I repeat my question to you, the previous question, Mr. Puri. I think our oil diplomacy has been absolutely brilliant. It's practical, it's national interest oriented, and it's also very, if I would say, very, very flexible to the changing situations globally. However, Mr. Puri, I repeat my question to you. To somebody sitting in Europe today, in Switzerland or Germany or wherever they are, would you say that they will have to swallow the fact that the oil they're eventually using is, after all, or can be, after all, Russian oil, routed through Indian refineries? So they have to sort of swallow their pride a little bit, but isn't that a reality?
I liked the use of your term practical, national interest oriented. That sums up the Honorable Prime Minister. But the refined petroleum products that they are not getting just from India, they're getting them from all other parts of the world also. And they will import those products based on price sensitivity. But by the way, it would be useful for someone also to see how much of other energy is being imported directly by Europe from the Russian Federation. So I don't want to go into that detail, but this was a talking point. Let me assure you, it's no longer a talking point. I once had a European Union resident ambassador come to see me, a resident envoy come to see me and said, I've come to talk to you about this. I said, I'm very happy to meet you. I always like to meet friends, but check your facts before you have a discussion with me. I'm also in this game, and I know that. I think what you said about our policies being practical, national interest oriented, and flexible, in tune with the changing global environment, that sums up Prime Minister Modi's energy diplomacy, or I might say overall diplomacy as well.
Mr. Puri, last question. After this war ends, because all wars come to an end and eventually there is a negotiation, and then the West will become practical, regardless of whether Trump comes to power, they'll realize that this price cap on Russian crude and oil products to diminish Russia, to diminish their earning from oil, it's not going to work. It's failed. Then things will change. What when the price cap is removed? Because the artificial price cap. Then what happens to where we stand? How does it impact India?
I'm not a soothsayer, and I find it very difficult, even though I know you for many years and I respect your crystal gazing, if I may call it. If the war ends and they are able to export freely, I don't know what the international price of oil is going to be, because Arnab, today there is more oil on the market than there is demand. I mean, before all this global turbulence started, the global production and consumption was something close to 105 million barrels a day. Then the OPEC Plus introduced price cuts, and they brought it down to about 97 million barrels a day. In spite of all the global tension, Iran, Israel, the problems in Gaza, Lebanon, and the Ukraine-Russian thing, oil markets, oil prices are not going beyond 72 or 75. So I suspect once the war ends, we will be back to a realization that there are limits to controlling production. I think many countries realize that instead of effecting production cuts, they may be better off in using their oil, extracting it and selling it. So I expect oil prices to stabilize and come down with the passage of time and the end of the war.
I'll only wrap by saying this to you. When the Prime Minister was at the Republic Summit last, I did say in his presence, I said that, Mr. Prime Minister, when history is written, a lot will be written about the way you managed India through the difficult times of global rough weather during Ukraine and how you kept national interest first. I may add by saying that when that book is written, Mr. Puri, there will be one big chapter on oil diplomacy and how all of our, the steps that we've taken, the innovation we've shown has really taken India into a different league. So the headline of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I also appreciate the candor of Hardeep Puri, not trying to swing away a headline saying, oh, we've replaced Saudi Arabia. He said they've got a lot of domestic production. But for me, the big takeaway is all the people who criticized us for funding the war and working with Russia are having to come to terms with where we stand as of tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. Puri, and happy Diwali to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy Diwali to you. I can only add one thing. You are being most kind. But that chapter on oil diplomacy is still being written, and we have to navigate the rest of it. But thank you very much, and happy Diwali, Arnab.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. All I want is a touch of love.
Director, the taste of success.
I don't care for no songs and proses. I don't care for no sweet boys with roses. I'm too busy, baby, making plans on how to get me one of them manly men. All I want is a touch of love.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Debate. And before the nation's sharpest opinion, I would like to welcome into my program आज हमारे साथ जगत गुरु राम भद्राचार्य जी महाराज खुद हमारे साथ है चित्रकूट से लाइव। प्रणाम और चरण स्पर्श, प्रणाम और चरण स्पर्श। महाराज, आपसे बातचीत करने से पहले इस विषय पर मैं कुछ 2-3 बातें अपने दर्शकों से हर दिन इस विषय पर हमेशा मैं अपने दर्शकों से थोड़ी अपनी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देता हूं। उसके बाद मैं चाहूँगा कि आपसे इस विषय पर मार्गदर्शन ले हम। तो महाराज जी, 2 मिनट के बाद मैं फिर से लाइव आ रहा हूं आपके साथ। ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स आर वेटिंग टू हियर जगत गुरु राम भद्राचार्य जी महाराज, one of India's most well-known spiritual leaders. And what will I be talking to him on? Ladies and gentlemen, now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. I will be talking to Jagat Guru Ram Bhadracharya Ji Maharaj and other distinguished panelists today on this whole issue of a ban on firecrackers during Diwali. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody loves pollution, everybody hates it. But are firecrackers the real reason for the pollution in the national capital region? Or are firecrackers one of the contributing factors? If you look at the sum total of the period, pre-winter and winter, when there is this smog over Delhi, which is a terrible smog, which affects people's lungs, their respiratory patterns, gives them bronchial conditions, aggravates asthma, everything. There are a number of contributing factors, and for a short period of a couple of days, it is Diwali, I agree. But firecrackers, in my view, are not the principal reason, the main reason for the pollution in Delhi. So when Arvind Kejriwal says there must be a ban on firecrackers, we must not burn firecrackers, that is the reason for the worsening air quality in Delhi, he should check his facts. Arvind Kejriwal should first acknowledge what he has not done to control pollution. Arvind Kejriwal today says, हमें firecrackers पर ban कर देनी चाहिए. But in 2021, 3 years back, Arvind Kejriwal blamed Punjab for Delhi's pollution. Interestingly, after Kejriwal formed the government in Punjab, he is not blaming Punjab. He is not blaming the fact that there is a heavy smog over Delhi, which is for the main reason is the parali or the burning of crops in a particular time. Suddenly, after coming to power in Punjab, Arvind Kejriwal blames firecrackers. What is this? Till you come to power in Punjab, you say firecrackers are not responsible, and after that you say firecrackers are responsible. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is that if Arvind Kejriwal wants, he can stop the pollution over Delhi, principally because the Bhagwant Mann government is his own government in Punjab. He can bring in rules, he can stop the parali, he can stop the burning of the crops, and the smog will be 50 to 60% gone. But will he do that? No. Why won't he do it? Because it will impact him politically. So for his politics, he is blaming firecrackers. The other point I want to make about firecrackers, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you can celebrate Diwali with diyas. You don't have to burst firecrackers. In fact, you should try and reduce it. But you can't have a total ban on it. There is a double standards of this lobby as far as Hindu festivals are concerned. Take the example of Karwa Chauth. Karwa Chauth. There is a newspaper in Delhi which says that Karwa Chauth fasting may affect hormones, affects the health of women negatively. However, the same newspaper says fasting during Ramadan can help you in weight loss, reduce blood sugar and cholesterol. So how is fasting during an Islamic period considered to be good for health and fasting during a Hindu festival considered to be bad for health? One has to decide. Ladies and gentlemen, there are now a group of people who want to tell children not to play Holi, who want to tell Hindus not to celebrate Diwali, who want to pelt stones on Ganesh pandals, who want to say that if you say Bharat Mata Ki Jai, you're provoking a minority community, who say that you should not take Durga Puja immersions, the processions during immersions through what they call our sensitive areas. There are people like Mamta Banerjee who ban Durga idol immersions. There is Mallikarjun Kharge who says Shastra Puja tamasha hoti hai. Fact of the matter is, without exaggeration, I am saying, viewers, there is a direct targeting of Hindus and Hindu festivals and Hindu traditions in this country. And Arvind Kejriwal should be extremely sensitive. This whole ecosystem has problem with anything that is Hindu. They have problems with Karwa Chauth fasting, but not with Ramzan fasting. They have problem with colors on Holi. They do not have problems with any other festival. They say sweets during Hindu festivals make you diabetic, but having cakes and pies during Christmas is good for your health. It makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen. It makes no sense. And with those words, I would like to welcome Jagat Guru Ram Bhadracharya Ji Maharaj. आपको मैं पहला सवाल पूछना चाहूँगा महाराज जी कि ये जो आजकल कहा जा रहा है कि दिवाली के कारण बहुत एयर पोल्यूशन हो जाती है, ये हमारे स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक है और एक तरह से कैंपेन बनाई गई है कि दिवाली के समय फायर क्रैकर्स यानी कि फटाकों का इस्तेमाल बिल्कुल बैन हो जाना चाहिए। इस पर आपका क्या विचार है स्वामी जी?
इस पर मुझे ये कहना है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल की नीति दो तरफी है। एक और तो किसी को कहते हैं कि हिंदुओं के लिए कहेंगे अच्छा नहीं और दूसरों के लिए कहेंगे बहुत अच्छा है। यदि दिवाली के दिन पटाखा फोड़ना, इससे दूषित होता वातावरण, तो पंजाब में उन्होंने क्यों नहीं रोका पल्ली जलाने को, क्यों नहीं रोका भिन्न भिन्न प्रदूषणों को? और यदि ऐसा है दिवाली के दिन हम बंद करवाएं तो फिर क्रिसमस के दिन क्यों पटाखा फोड़ा जाता है? 1 जनवरी क्यों पटाखा फोड़ा जा रहा है? तो सारे रिस्ट्रिक्शंस केवल हिंदुओं के लिए होंगे, उनके लिए नहीं होंगे क्या? इसे मैं मानता हूं कि जो भी संविधान हो सबके लिए होने चाहिए, केवल हिंदुओं के लिए नहीं। और मैं तो प्रत्येक हिंदू से कहूंगा जम करके दिवाली मनाओ, कुछ नहीं होगा।
जी आप कह रहे जम करके दिवाली मनाइए, मगर अरविंद केजरीवाल कह रहे दिवाली तो दियों से मनाई जाती है, फटाकों से नहीं।
अरविंद केजरीवाल को कुछ पता ही नहीं है। उत्सव भिन्न भिन्न प्रकार के होते हैं, दियों से नहीं। दीपावली मनाई पटाखे से मनाई जाती है, दीपावली मनाई जाती है। तो क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल का एक साहस हो तो 31 दिसंबर को बंद कर दे पटाखा? उसमें क्यों नहीं पटाखा बंद करते? एक नकली वृक्ष की पूजा क्रिसमस के दिन करते हैं, हम साल करते आ रहे हैं। और बकरीद में, ईद में क्या क्या नहीं होता, कितने लोग की जीवों की बलि दे दी जाती है। तो क्या वहां वातावरण विषाक्त नहीं होता?
तो अरविंद केजरीवाल कहता है कि मैं तो सिर्फ सुप्रीम कोर्ट की बात कर रहा हूं, मैं तो सिर्फ हाई कोर्ट की बात कर रहा हूं, और हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि हमें फटाके नहीं दियों का इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए। ये कोर्ट कह रही है, वो कह रहे कोर्ट की बात है। ये
कोर्ट के बाद तो फिर 31 दिसंबर को क्या होगा? जिनका साहस हो 31 दिसंबर को बंद कर दे, वो बंद कर दे पटाखे, कोई पटाखे ना फोड़े। 1 जनवरी कोई पटाखे ना फोड़े।
तो आप कह रहे टोटल बैन हो जाए तो ठीक है, फिर क्रिसमस पर भी बैन हो, क्रिकेट मैच जीतने पर जो पटाखे जलाए जाते हैं उस पर भी बैन हो, 31 दिसंबर नए साल पर भी बैन हो, टोटल बैन हो जाए तो फिर ठीक है, मगर सिर्फ दिवाली पे बैन नहीं चलेगी।
बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगी। और मैं तो कहूंगा कि केजरीवाल को मैं खुलकर कहना चाहता हूं कि दम है कितना दमन में तेरे, देख लिया हम देखेंगे, देख लिया हमने, अब हम नहीं सहन करेंगे।
जी,
मैं जगत गुरु हूं, हिंदू धर्म का धर्माचार्य, निर्वाध धर्माचार्य हूं। मैं प्रत्येक हिंदू भाई बहन से कहूंगा, मस्ती मनाओ, ये बहन लगानी है, सब जगह लगाया जाए। क्रिकेट में लोग जीतते हैं तो क्या नहीं होता, कितने पटाखे फोड़े जाते हैं, आतिशबाजी होती, क्या क्या नहीं होता। 31 दिसंबर को क्या नहीं होता जी। जो नियम बने वो सबके लिए बनने चाहिए।
आखिरी सवाल, वैसे महाराज जी, मैं नहीं चाहता कि हर दूसरे सवाल पे मैं अरविंद केजरीवाल का उदाहरण देता रहूं, मगर विषय आज दिल्ली की है और जो ये जो विवाद है, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल केंद्रित विवाद है। तो अरविंद केजरीवाल कहते हैं कि इसमें कोई हिंदू मुसलमान वाली बात ही नहीं है, एवरीवन्स लाइफ मैटर्स। मैं सबके जीवन और स्वास्थ्य के बारे में चिंता कर रहा हूं, इसमें हिंदू मुस्लिम एंगल मत दीजिए।
मैं उनसे पूछता हूं तो फिर दिवाली के दिन चिंता करें तो 31 दिसंबर को क्यों नहीं चिंता करेंगे, 1 जनवरी को क्यों नहीं चिंता करेंगे, 25 दिसंबर को क्यों नहीं चिंता करेंगे, वो समझे चिंता करें
जी। जगत गुरु राम भद्राचार्य जी महाराज ने आज हमारे डिबेट को एक नया मोड़ दे दिया है। इज गिवन द डिबेट डिफरेंट टर्न। वी रेस्पेक्ट हिम ग्रेटली एज वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट स्पिरिचुअल लीडर्स ऑफ द कंट्री। फिर एक बार स्वामी जी महाराज जी, जगत गुरु जी, धन्यवाद और चरण स्पर्श और आपको दिवाली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं मेरी ओर से और रिपब्लिक नेटवर्क की ओर से।
मंगल कामना अर्नब जी, आपकी दिवाली मंगलमय हो
जी,
और सभी दर्शकों की दिवाली मंगलमय हो
जी 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 जी।
जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू very much. And ladies and gentlemen, our panel is also getting ready. And I can see the panel. I'll show them on the screen for 10 seconds. What a great panel this pre-Diwali evening. Rohan Gupta, Dushyant Sridhar, very well-known Hindu scholar, polemicist. I would call Dushyant a polemicist because his polemics is better than anyone else's, as is Advocate Anmol Pawar, Kapil Madan, and I have Dr. Anand Arya, environmentalist. This is an important issue. I just want a small report with your permission. I'll play a small report, then we go straight into the debate.
Sears fumed as AAP Supremo Arvind Kejriwal defended the cracker ban in Delhi on Diwali, urging residents to light diyas instead. Citing pollution as a pet excuse to justify the cracker curbs, even as AAP-ruled Punjab struggles to rein in stubble burning. Kejriwal said, Diwali is the festival of lights, not crackers.
लाइट्स का त्यौहार है ये, दिए जला के मोमबत्ती जला के हम अपना त्यौहार मनाएं, ना कि पटाखे जलाएं। पटाखे जलाने से प्रदूषण होता है। प्रदूषण से कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी पे एहसान कर रहे हैं, हम अपने ऊपर ही एहसान कर रहे हैं।
Calling out his attempt to use court directives as a convenient cover for his cracker sermon, the Sears questioned why only Hindu festivals pose a risk to the environment.
कुछ जगह ऐसी हैं जहां पर अति से ज्यादा प्रदूषण होता है, इसमें कोई संदेह नहीं, लेकिन केवल दीपावली पर ही बैन क्यों? हम इस बात पे नाराज हैं कि केवल सनातनी हिंदुओं के जब भी त्योहार आते हैं तब क्यों, अन्य भी तो होते हैं।
The BJP too hit out at the AAP for laying the pollution blame on crackers while failing to lift the smog cloud from Delhi.
इनका नियत ही है कि दिवाली ना मनने दें, एक दिन के पटाखे से कुछ नहीं होता। लेकिन अब चूंकि स्थिति इतनी गंभीर कर चुके हैं कि हम भी पोल्यूशन को कंट्रोल करने में कदम बढ़ाएंगे।
While AAP gets away despite failing the pollution test every year, the axe inevitably falls on Diwali and crackers. Is it justified?
Ladies and gentlemen, to start with some facts, yesterday 79 cases were registered for the use of firecrackers and 19,000 kilograms of firecrackers was confiscated in the National Capital Region by the Aam Aadmi Party, Anmol Pawar. Well done. Now I want to show you some pictures. Everybody please look at the right hand side of the screen. Anmol Pawar, is my audio there going through to you? You can give me a thumbs up sign if yes. Anmol Pawar, can you hear me? I need to get the audio line with him through, ladies and gentlemen. We build the suspense. I think he's calling my producer saying line is not through. He will be through with us in a few seconds, but I have to put the first question to him tonight. I just have to. So we are going to wait. We're going to give it 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test audio 6. Test audio 7, Anmol Pawar, hello. Test audio 8, Anmol Pawar, what is going on? Anmol Pawar, hello, 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 hello from outer space. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
I thought the pollution came in between you and me. Now listen to me. Anmol, yesterday 79 cases were registered and 19,000 kilograms of firecrackers was confiscated. On the right-hand side of the screen, ladies and gentlemen, are pictures of the Aam Aadmi Party workers using the most polluting firecrackers. I am told they used hundreds of kilograms of firecrackers when Arvind Kejriwal came out on bail. Now, the question is, nation wants to know how many AAP supporters were arrested for bursting hundreds of kilos of firecrackers when Kejriwal came out on bail.
Can I respond, Arnab? I will respond if you don't interrupt in between. I need 2 minutes. I was listening patiently to Jagat Guru Rambhadracharya ji. बहुत ही सम्मान पूर्वक और विनम्र तरीके से मैं भद्राचार्य जी को, राम भद्राचार्य जी को ये बताना चाहता हूँ, जिस बात से वो अवगत नहीं थे, कि ये बैन माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के द्वारा लगाया गया है, जो जनवरी 2025 तक लागू है। चाहे दिवाली हो, चाहे अन्य कोई फेस्टिवल हो, चाहे न्यू ईयर हो, चाहे किसी का त्यौहार हो, चाहे किसी की शादी हो, चाहे किसी का बर्थडे हो। राम भद्राचार्य जी का कहना था कि पूरी तरह लागू होना चाहिए। बिल्कुल माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने इसे पूरी तरह लागू किया है। अच्छा। और विनम्रता पूर्वक मैं ये भी कहना चाहूँगा कि माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने इस चीज को जहन में रखते हुए ये आदेश पारित किया है कि लोगों का जीवन जो है वो बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
अनमोल पवार, आई हर्ड यू।
मुझे
1 मिनट। आपने कहा हर उत्सव पर, हर मौके पर ये बैन अप्लाई होनी चाहिए। बहुत अच्छी बात कही आज। मेरा सवाल फिर एक बार, जिसको डॉज करके, जिसको अवॉइड करके, जिससे हट के, जिससे मिस करके आज अनमोल पवार पतली गली से निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। A colloquial expression for trying to evade the question. Rohan Gupta, my question was that when Aam Aadmi Party workers burst hundreds of kilos of most polluting firecrackers in the national capital, how many of them were arrested? How many were arrested? The visuals on your screen, viewers.
Allow me to respond.
I completely agree, Arnab, and this is the real face of Aam Aadmi Party. The people of Delhi, they are paying price. They are deprived of celebrating.
Okay, he's responding. 1 minute, Rohan, he's responding. Rohan is responding. I'm allowing him. Finally, he's answering my question. Answer.
देखिए, no, it's finally की बात नहीं है। ऐसा है ना, पहले आप सवाल मेरे से पूछोगे और फिर सीधा बीजेपी वाले के पास चले जाओगे।
मैंने सवाल आपसे पूछा, आप डक करके निकलने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
नहीं होगा। मैं बता रहा हूँ। नहीं, आप जवाब नहीं देने देते। समस्या ये है आप बीच में इंटरप्ट करते हैं।
कोई समस्या नहीं।
मैं राम भद्राचार्य जी को भी सम्मान पूर्वक ये कहना चाहूंगा कि इंसानियत से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं है और सबका जीवन अनमोल है।
अरे भाई, ये क्या इंसानियत है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल निकल रहे हैं और करोड़ों के फटाके वहां पे जलाए जा रहे हैं? क्या कैसी इंसानियत है ये? Are these non-polluting firecrackers?
The honorable.
Did you arrest these people? आपने अरेस्ट क्यों नहीं की इनको?
The Honorable Supreme Court
ने कहा कि आम आदमी पार्टी के लिए छूट है अगर इंटरिम बेल मिल जाए।
जवाब तो देने दो, अब मोनोलॉग चलाना है तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
एक बार तो जवाब दे दीजिए।
The fact is, जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। See, even the Honorable Supreme Court, while imposing this ban on all the states of Delhi NCR, whether it's BJP-ruled Haryana or Delhi or other adjoining states, they were concerned about the fact that the enforcement agencies are not working properly. That the Delhi police, who is supposed to enforce these regulations, they are being brazenly flouted. यही तो concern है माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय का भी। Anyone who is involved in illegal act, who is not following the law of the land, who is not following the directions of the Supreme Court, who is encouraging people to burst firecrackers.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my breaking news story, do you believe that the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson has answered my question? I believe he has not answered my question. I think he agrees with me. I think he agrees with me that what happened is wrong. But as they say, you have to make sure charity begins at home. Rohan Gupta is on the debate. Why do you think this is a targeting of Hindu festivals?
अर्नब, आई थिंक जब नियत में ही खोट हो तो उसका आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं। जब उनके नेता बाहर आते हैं तब पटाखे फटते हैं दिल्ली में, तब प्रदूषण नहीं होता। There is no pollution because it is Arvind Kejriwal, he is out of jail after committing crime. और भगवान राम जिनके दशहरा की खुशी में वो राम वापस आए, रावण को धन, उसके सेलिब्रेशन में अयोध्या में दिवाली मनाई गई, उससे उनको आपत्ति होनी है। क्योंकि देखिए अर्नब 10 साल से आम आदमी पार्टी इज इन पावर फॉर लास्ट 10 years and now people of Delhi, they are deprived of celebrating the biggest Hindu festival because of the failure of this government. They are always blaming others, they are always blaming everybody around them. They are not able to find solution for last 10 years. जब पंजाब में सरकार नहीं थी तब पंजाब सरकार के ऊपर ये लोग आक्षेप करते थे, जब दिल्ली में सरकार है तो आप I still remember Arnab video of Mr. Kejriwal showing that पराली का solution लेके आए, हम लोग कुछ स्प्रे लेके आए और 10 साल के बाद आज देश का हिंदू पूरा देश देख रहा है कि दिल्ली हमारी राजधानी है और आपकी गलतियों की सजा आज हिंदू समाज भुगत रहा है। आपको शर्म नहीं?
लोगों को प्रोत्साहित कर रहे हैं कि सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के आदेश का वो लोग विरोध करें।
हर मौके पे आप फेल है, हर चीज पे दूसरे लोगों को।
Some pictures from earlier today in Ayodhya. Some pictures of earlier today in Ayodhya when the firecracker, there was a wonderful firecracker display. The pictures are on your screen. I want to bring in the second set of speakers, Dushyant Sridhar, and along with Dushyant Sridhar, Dr. Anand Arya. Dr. Anand Arya has been part of several impactful Delhi environmental projects such as Okla Bird Sanctuary, Yamuna River Restoration, protection of Delhi's wetlands, etc. Now, Dr. Anand Arya, the argument is that this is a 1 or 2 day reason for pollution. But the bigger issue for air pollution is parali, the burning of stubs at the end of the crops. The reason is something else. The principal reason is something else. The ban on firecrackers during Diwali is only symbolism. What's your take, Dr. Arya?
See, I feel that Aam Aadmi Party actually has failed on every aspect of controlling environment in this area. Let us say they are saying today they are citing the Supreme Court and High Court orders for ban on the patakas. Where is it? Why is he not quoting the Supreme Court order that keeps the Yamuna clean? Why is he not doing it that the buses, which is a public transport, which reduces the particulate matter, why is he not quoting that judgment? They are doing nothing. And as you pointed out, I mean, the amount of firecrackers that were burned the day he was released from the jail on bail is enormous. I mean, I really don't understand. If Aam Aadmi Party had done a little bit of work, we will never have an AQI in this day that the burning of the patakas will take us beyond a certain limit. You see, if AQI is already 400, then every small nail in the coffin is going to hurt you. Every straw on top of the camel's back is going to hurt you. But if This 400 was 200 or 150 or 175 or even 50, which is what is required by him. If we cannot do that in 10 years, he had no business opening his mouth at all.
Oh God, that's a very strong indictment. Let me tell you, Dr. Anand Arya is not a BJP spokesperson. You are completely cornered today. You're completely cornered. You can respond, but I'll get another voice also in the meantime, and that will be Dushyant Sridhar. So an environmentalist targeting you. Now Dushyant Sridhar, Hindu scholar, wants to say something to you, and then I'll take your response. Dushyant Sridhar.
Namaskaram Arnab, and namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. Wishing you all a very happy Deepavali. Arnab, the issue is about cracker ban, and no sane person in this world will say crackers is very good for the environment. Everybody will say that there is some damage. But why alone during Hindu festivals? Very quickly, 3 points, Arnab. From the Hinduism perspective, 3 things are very important. One, the scriptures, we call it the pramana, like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Puranas, these that give us knowledge. And second is the prameya, that which is told to us through the pramana, which is the temples. And third are the festivals that come on different occasions like the Raksha Bandhan, the Holi, the Janmashtami, the Ramanavami. So the damage to the prameya, the temples, happened between the 10th and the 17th century in India, across India. The damage to the pramana, which is the scriptures, happened during the colonial rule because of misinterpretation, wanted, orchestrated, wrong translations. And the damage to the festivals has happened in the last 70 years. So cracker ban is just an excuse. So if at all we ban crackers, let's say, okay, Arnab as a practicing Hindu, Dushyant as a practicing Hindu, we say we won't burst crackers. You know what will come next? It will say that sweets are very bad for health. Your bad cholesterol would go up, so don't have sweets. Then if we start having sweets with no sugar, then there'll be another. So every aspect of a Hindu festival will be attacked. The same insaniyat will not work when loads of goats are sacrificed on a certain festival. The same insaniyat and the care and the concern for the environment will not come when loads of trees are being chopped to erect sacrosanct trees during a festival. It will work only on Deepavali, and the stubbles from Punjab, the air that comes from Punjab will cause no harm. And for the list of people, the politicians who go into jails and quickly come out, every release of theirs will be celebrated as if it was a victory in a war. And you can go just not across Delhi, across different states. They will, when they walk out of the jail, it will be as if they have won the battle of Talikot or some other battle. And there will be drums, and there'll be Anaka, Dundubi, Vadyam, and there'll be crackers burst. And for that particular question, pointed question of us, no spokesperson will give you a straight answer.
Yeah. I also believe, it's an attempt to make Hindus feel guilty. I saw this. Just one. See, I'll tell you. How you celebrate Holi is your choice, with colors, with paints, with water, or with flowers. But it has come down to this point, viewers, that a news site recently said that children playing Holi on the streets are unleashing terrorism. These are the actual words. There was a poll they ran. Answer now. Should we allow kids to unleash terror on the streets in the name of Holi? In other words, Ishkaran, playing Holi is an act of terrorism.
But Arnab,
these are real polls, yes.
Arnab, there are people in this country who want to eradicate Sanatan Dharam. Now, how do you go about eradicating Sanatan Dharam? For those who want to do it, you do it by chipping away at Hindu celebrations, rituals, festivities, either by social media propaganda, where people who fly on private jets, including politicians, where the state might not have a private jet, but they still will fly in private jet. Then there is no pollution. Or you burst crackers on your wedding anniversaries. Or you burst crackers when a criminal gets a bail from a court. But that is all kosher. But when it comes to Hindu festivities, Holi is eve teasing or molestation. You see the narrative which is played out on Holi. You see the narrative which is played out on Karwa Chauth, that's regressive. You see the narrative played out in Rakhi. Why does the sister need a protection? It is to enhance the position of the boy in the family. You see the narrative on Jallikattu of how it is animal cruelty. Whereas when you are butchering goats, then it is epitome of love for the same animal. But nobody will speak on all this. Mahashivratri, how it is a wastage of milk. So it cannot be a coincidence that every Hindu festival is somehow to to be spoken against, is somehow bad for environment or women's safety, or is somehow bad and needs to be regulated, if not outrightly banned. So it is not something in isolation. It is something you have to see one after the other, which is happening, whereas it never happens on any other festival. Now a latest thing has happened, Arnab, which you're not covering. How from Mela, Deepavali Melas, the word Deepavali is trying to be eradicated. The words which are coming, it's Jashan-e, this,
no, these
Noor-e,
and you know, Ishkaran, Kapil, this is what is going to, what is going to lead to is a consolidation of Hindus. I can see it happening. All these things are attacking Hindus. Diwali mat karo, Holi mat karo. Diwali firecrackers are the chokehold of traditions. This was an article put out in The Wire. You can expect it. These are the same people who want Indian children to celebrate Halloween, go around with cut pumpkins, celebrate Christmas. Hinduism is about caste, is about superstition. Playing Holi is terrorism. Fasting during Ramadan can help you with reduce your blood sugar, but Karwa Chauth can affect everything from your metabolism to your stress responses. ये क्या है कपिल मदान? ये anti-Hindu propaganda है.
Arnab, can I give you a very quick?
But tell me one thing. Did you say that? Did you say? 1 minute. Why don't you stop IPL from bursting firecrackers at the end of IPL matches?
Now, allow me to give you a very quick response.
Is IPL secular? Are they non-polluting firecrackers during cricket matches?
Arnab,
do you tell Virat Kohli?
I just a minute.
No.
Arnab, I was very patiently hearing our spiritual leader, and who very clear and very honest spoke about the fact that, if there is a ban, the ban should be there throughout the year and all the festival. And I absolutely agree with him. There should not be any kind of differentiation insofar as festival are concerned, because pollution is pollution. Be it, any day, be it, any event. If you are using crackers or allowing crackers for one particular, festival or an event, you cannot impose a ban on the, other festival. Now, having said that, let me just say a few things here.
कुछ ज़्यादा हो गया कपिल, ज़्यादा targeting of Hinduism हो गई.
Just a minute.
There's no logic anymore.
Now the point, let me give you the logical thing now. Now, let me just tell you one thing here. You want to connect it with the religion. Let me ask you one more thing, and Mr.
Diwali is connected to religion. आपको अच्छे लगे नहीं लगे, Diwali is connected to religion.
अरे just a minute.
Diwali Hindu festival है. दिवाली हिंदू फेस्टिवल है. आप बोलिए दिवाली हिंदू फेस्टिवल है.
मेरे धर्म का फेस्टिवल है. धर्म का.
तो ऐसे मत बोलिए कि दिवाली इज लाइक क्रॉसिंग द रोड.
मेरा फेस्टिवल है. मेरा त्योहार है. मेरा त्योहार है, आपका त्योहार है, हमारा त्योहार है. पर रोहन जी यहाँ पे मुस्कुरा रहे हैं. मैं रोहन जी से एक बात पूछना चाहूंगा.
हाँ, रोहन जी को पूछिए.
ये तो जरूर बोलेंगे कि पटाखे जलाओ, पर रोहन जी ये नहीं बोलेंगे जो सड़क पे हमारे लोग जिनके पास छत नहीं है, जो मोदी जी कहते थे 2022 में सबके पास घर होगा, ये वो नहीं बोलेंगे उनको जाके खाना खिलाओ, उनके साथ जाके मिठाई बांटो.
अच्छा, तो दिवाली खेलने से गरीबों को नुकसान होता है, ये नहीं लॉजिक है. मगर बकरीद में बकरीद से किसी को नुकसान नहीं होता. आपने कहते गरीबों का कहाँ पे गोश्त मिलती है. नहीं, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं.
दिल्ली की सड़कों पे जिन लोगों के पास दिवाली मनाने चलेंगे, या आप अपने प्लस लटेन के घर में दिवाली बनाएंगे? बताइए, आप चलेंगे मेरे साथ?
आप कहिए ना, इफ्तार बड़े इफ्तार बंद कराइए. आप
नहीं जाएंगे,
खाना गरीबों को दीजिए.
नहीं जाएंगे. रोहन जी
हर बार हिंदूज को गिल्टी फील कराने की कोशिश, हर बार.
इनको सिर्फ पॉलिटिक्स करनी है. इनको
अच्छा, जवाब फ्रॉम द बीजेपी स्पोक्सपर्सन. रिप्लाई रोहन गुप्ता.
हिंदुओं की भावनाओं से, देश की हिंदुओं की भावना से खेलना बंद करो. देश का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार है, देश की राजधानी के लोग ये त्योहार नहीं मना पा रहे. आप सबकी विफलता है. आप लोग खाली पटाखे रोकने से पोल्यूशन रोकते हैं. व्हाट एक्शन यू हैव टेकन इन लास्ट 10 years? यू प्रॉमिस. आपने कहा था हम यमुना साफ कर देंगे. आज झाग से यमुना उभर रही है. क्या एक्शन लिया आपने? क्या पटाखे रोकने से यमुना साफ हो गई? प्रदूषण खत्म हो गया? एक एक्शन आपने कॉन्क्रीट लिया हो तो बताइए। आपने खाली ब्लेम गेम किया है। और जब हिंदुओं की बात आती है तब आपके मुंह में दही जम जाता है। आपको लगता है कि पटाखे रोकने से प्रदूषण रुक जाएगा? एक दिन का फेस्टिवल होता है, आपने क्यों हिंदू धर्म की आस्था के ऊपर मन?
Dushyant also on this debate. Dushyant, I want a small counter from you to the argument put before I go to the AAP spokesperson, where he says that instead of celebrating festivals by spending money on firecrackers, distribute the money to the poor.
Arnab, namaskaram again. See, I am not connected to any political party. Whatever little I've learned from my acharyas from scriptures, I do not need to learn how to celebrate festivals from party spokespersons. We know what dharmam and dhanam to do. We do. Every astika, every Hindu, whatever yatha shakti, whatever that person's earning is, they do charity. We don't need to sacrifice our festivals and our traditions to be charitable. We can have a blend of both. Correct. We can be charitable as well as follow our traditions and customs. So my earnest and my very humble appeal to anybody from any party is to stop advising Hindus how to celebrate our festivals.
I want a response from Anmol on that.
Acharyas who have coded for us, and we know what better to do.
That's exactly.
Anmol will respond to that. Anmol, I want you to respond to that and the point made by Dr. Anand Arya earlier, where he said that you have utterly failed on issues such as parali, buses and other forms of pollution, as well as the point which has been made that Hindus don't need to be constantly lectured on how to celebrate their festivals, because you don't lecture Muslims on how to celebrate their festivals, or Sikhs or Parsis on how to celebrate their festivals. Itni advice हिंदुओं को सिर्फ क्यों? अनमोल,
देखिए ऐसा इट माइट बी पॉसिबल, हो सकता है कि आप हिंदी बेहतर ना समझ पाते हो, लेकिन मैंने बहुत स्पष्ट तौर पे बता दिया था that this ban has been imposed until January 1, 2025, whether it's Diwali,
तो ये आपके लीडर की जब रिहाई हुई तब आपने बैन को, तब आपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट की बात नहीं सोची? जब आपकी लीडर की रिहाई हुई तब आप इतने हजार किलो आपने फटाके क्यों उस समय क्यों आपने फटाके जलाए? आपने उस समय नहीं सोचा पोल्यूशन के बारे में? प्लीज ऐसी बात मत करिए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के गाइडलाइंस तभी भी थे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के गाइडलाइंस को आपने क्यों नहीं मानी?
Let me respond.
Why didn't you listen to them? Yes, respond.
Let me respond. Mr. Anand talked about stubble burning.
Avoiding my question again.
The Honorable Supreme Court on 16th October lambasted the central government.
Just let me complete. Avoided the question.
The Honorable Supreme Court lambasted the central government.
Mr. Anand also spoke about the visuals I'm showing. Mr. Anand Arya also spoke about the visuals I'm showing.
As far as stubble burning is concerned, Arnab, if you'll interrupt, I'll not speak. If you'll interrupt,
Mr. Arya also spoke about the visuals I showed. That's what I'm telling you.
अगर आप सवाल पूछते हैं तो जवाब देने दीजिए।
मगर आप मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं।
दीजिए, अन्यथा कोई पर्पस नहीं है डिबेट का।
नहीं, मेरे सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं।
आनंद जी के सवाल का जवाब पूछेंगे नहीं।
मैं मेरे सवाल का जवाब वो पूछ रहा हूं मैं कि ये क्यों हुआ?
ये क्या तरीका है?
मैं तरीका आपको कह रहा हूं कि आप मेरे सवाल का जवाब दीजिए कि जब ये फटाके फोड़े गए, जब आपके लीडर की रिहाई हुई, तब क्या सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर नहीं थे?
सवाल मैं सबके सवाल के जवाब दूंगा। आप मुझे 2 मिनट दीजिए, आपके सवाल का भी जवाब दिया जाएगा। As far as stubble burning is concerned, the Honorable Supreme Court lambasted the Haryana government, and the data shows that pollution in Haryana has increased twice, and in Punjab, the stubble burning incidents have reduced by 50% in last 3 years.
Dr. Anand Arya will respond.
Pollution Control Board data.
Dr. Anand Arya will respond.
IARI data.
Dr. Anand Arya will respond to Anmol now.
ये जो भी बोल रहे हैं, I think
Anmol, Dr. Arya is already responding to you.
And adjoining states of Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, they have increased by more
Please
than
listen to Dr. Arya. I am requesting you, sir. Please, thank you, Anmol. Please, he wants to respond to you. Thank you, Anmol.
Aam Aadmi Party has a very, they have refined this deflection.
1 minute, Anmol, listen to him. He's speaking to you, Anmol. He's a very senior man. Listen to him.
You see, Aam Aadmi Party has perfected the art of deflecting the questions and not answering, and taking a subject from London to America.
So I'm placing the facts before you.
They mentioned, they're talking about Supreme Court. I do not understand why they are not talking about the Supreme Court. Other decisions.
We are number one in the country.
If you had done, tell me then why the hell is the AQI 300 plus today?
I challenge you. Tell me a single state other than Delhi.
Have you cleaned
which
Yamuna?
has
There is a
public buses. Tell me.
Have you cleaned Yamuna? There is an NGT order of 2015.
Mr. Arya.
Anmol, louder.
Environmentalist.
Anmol.
And I am very shocked that you have not get your facts correct.
On the road, 10,000.
Arya.
No, you have not done it. That's a Supreme Court order. Had you done your basic things of today in the last 10 years, today we will not be talking about the ban
other than Delhi.
Because that's only a 4 days.
Why are you being selective? Why are you not highlighting the fact that Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, they have the largest number of stubble burning cases, more than 77%.
Dr. Arya!
Talking about, you are running away. The NCR pollution and why the ban on cracker today is only because of
ladies and gentlemen,
on account of
ladies and gentlemen, I am of a view as far as possible, we should avoid the use of extensive firecrackers. This debate is going on. I'm not being able to stop it. Okay, Dushyant raises his hand out there. Dushyant, quickly.
Arnab and the self-appointed spokesperson of Arnab. So to the very respected spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party, I will put forth your question again. The question is very simple. Cracker ban has been imposed. Supreme Court order has to be followed. Arnab's question was, when Arvind Kejriwal ji was released, there were many crackers burned. Was that right? Yes or no?
Thank you.
If it was wrong, why were the people responsible for that? Were they punished or not? Simple question.
He won't answer.
Arnab, I am very sorry to Dushyant ji. I didn't know कि उन्हें हिंदी नहीं आती. मैं बहुत क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ मैं उनका, क्योंकि मैंने शुरू में बताया था उन्हें शो में. I told him at the very beginning that even the Supreme Court has expressed concern over the enforcement of these directions.
But why did your party flout it?
Must be booked. What are the enforcement agencies doing? What are the enforcement agencies doing? What is the Delhi police
What about
doing?
your workers?
समझ आ रही है आप हिंदी में
When your government is with the view that the imposition is right, why no action against your workers?
हिंदी तो आप
What action you have taken against your workers? आपने क्या मिसाल सेट की कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऑर्डर का पालन करना चाहिए? आपने क्या मिसाल सेट की बताइए? कौन से वर्कर को अरेस्ट किया आपने? कौन सा एक्शन लिया आपने बताइए?
कोई और भाषा आप सुनना चाहते हो तो वो मैं प्यार से बताऊं
आपके लिए दिवाली बड़ी है या अरविंद केजरीवाल का जेल से छूटना? आपके लिए तो उसी दिन दिवाली थी. आपके वर्कर को अरेस्ट किया आपने? आपके वर्कर को अरेस्ट किया आपने? एक्शन लिया आपने? अब बताइए कितना एक्शन लिया कि नहीं लिया? अब आपको हिंदी नहीं सुनाई देगी? अब आपको उर्दू सुनाई देगी? आपको हिंदी नहीं सुनाई देगी?
One of the, according, I don't remember the exact facts, but I'll tell you, Anmol, listen to me.
That they have cut 1,100 trees in an
Listen to me, Anmol now. Anmol, listen, yaar, listen to me.
Everyone is aware of it.
Listen to me. One of the advantages of being an experienced journalist is that I can go back in time and pick up facts which you may not know about. Now, the fact is that when Arvind Kejriwal first became Chief Minister, Ishkaran may remember, you have to respond to that also? You see, उसपे भी respond करोगे? Anmol, come on, यार.
पिछले हफ्ते के बता दो जनता को facts.
अच्छा, now the fact.
आप बताओ ना कि IARI का डेटा है, सेंट्रल पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड का डेटा है, जो ये कहता है कि स्टबल बर्निंग के इंसिडेंट्स बीजेपी रूल्ड हरियाणा, उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश में सबसे ज्यादा हैं. और पंजाब ने 50% से ज्यादा इन्हें कम किया है. क्यों नहीं बता रहे आप देश को? ये बताइए ना. आप 10 साल पहले जा रहे हो, एक हफ्ते का डेटा आप बता नहीं रहे.
आप क्यों ही दिवाली के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं? आपको क्या मिलता है?
आप ये बताइए.
आपको क्या मिलता है? दिवाली के पीछे पड़े हैं. दिवाली सबसे बड़ी विलेन है. सबसे बड़ी विलेन दिवाली बन गई.
काटे इको सेंसिटिव जोन में.
अच्छा, तो दिवाली पे सारे इको सेंसिटिव रूल्स अप्लाई होंगे.
होना पड़ा उन्हें.
सिर्फ हिंदू और दिवाली पे होगी.
सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के सामने ये बताइए कि
अरे सर्वोच्च न्यायालय थी ना जब आपके नेता निकले रिहाई पे और आपने वहां पे कितने हजार किलोग्राम के पटाखे फोड़े, तब आपको पूरी छूट मिलती है।
अर्नब जी आप तो
आपको पूरी छूट, आप भी थे वहां पे, आप भी पटाखे फोड़ रहे थे, मुझे खबर है, आप भी पटाखे फोड़ रहे थे वहां। यू आर ऑल्सो देयर सेलिब्रेटिंग विद फायर क्रैकर्स।
आप उन्हें सच्चाई बताइए।
आप भी सेलिब्रेट कर रहे थे वहां पे।
ये भी बताइए कि माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय बार अपनी ये व्यथा जाहिर कर रहा है कि एनफोर्समेंट क्यों नहीं किया जा रहा डायरेक्शन।
चलिए हिंदुओं के पीछे ही पड़े, दिवाली के पीछे पड़े,
सवाल भी पूछिए साथ।
सब गलतियां हिंदुओं की है, सारी सजा हिंदुओं को दीजिए, दिवाली पे दीजिए, क्या मिलता है?
आप गढ़ रहे हैं नैरेटिव। हमारा पूरा सम्मान है त्योहारों के लिए।
तो अगर आपको सम्मान है तो फिरोज शाह कोटला में जब बड़े क्रिकेट मैच होते हैं तो पटाखे क्यों फोड़े जाते हैं? वो भी तो दिल्ली में है ना।
बैन है अर्नब जी, एवरीथिंग इज बैन।
तो आप पे बैन क्यों नहीं थी? ये क्या है? ये तस्वीरें फ्रॉड। आपने क्यों हजारों किलोग्राम्स के पटाखे फोड़े? व्हाई डिड यू, इफ देयर इज अ बैन, व्हाई डिड यू ब्रेक द बैन?
भाई दिवाली पे बैन है, आईपीएल पे बैन है,
मगर अरविंद केजरीवाल के इंटरिम बेल पे बैन नहीं है,
क्रिसमस पे बैन है। हर
अरविंद केजरीवाल के रिहाई के समय बैन थी क्या? पूछता है भारत। आप मत कीजिए, जवाब दीजिए।
की जा रही माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय की, और भारत ये भी पूछता है कि सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट अर्नब गोस्वामी बीजेपी से सवाल क्यों नहीं पूछते। और
मैं आपको तो मैं तस्वीरें दिखा रहा हूं, आप बैन करना चाहते हैं मगर आप ही बैन को तोड़ रहे हैं।
पूरे देश के सामने है, तो हिंदू फेस्टिवल को क्यों टारगेट किया जा रहा है अर्नब गोस्वामी जी के द्वारा?
Arnab, see another thing. In this debate, they say कि दिवाली के समय यहाँ पे देश में गरीबी है, किसी की सर के ऊपर छत नहीं है। वेरी सैड कि देश में या दिल्ली में गरीबी है, पर ये गरीबी तो क्रिसमस के समय भी होती है, ईद के समय भी होती है, होमलेसनेस तो यूएस में भी होती है। तो ये दीपावली के समय किसी के सर पे छत है या नहीं है, उसका दीपावली से क्या लॉजिक है जोड़ने का? महाशिवरात्रि के अंदर दूध से जोड़ने का लॉजिक क्या है? यही मैं आपको बात कर रहा हूँ। सारी प्रॉब्लम
अनमोल प्लीज रिप्लाई। ओके, अनमोल इज रिप्लाइंग। अनमोल रिप्लाई करें, उसके बाद रोहन गुप्ता। अनमोल
देखिए, मैं तो बस इतना कहना चाहूंगा ईश्वरन भंडारी जी से कि या तो सुनने की क्षमता को बढ़ाएं या झूठ बोलने की क्षमता को कम करें, क्योंकि ये वक्तव्य कपिल मदान जी का है। हमारा सम्मान है हिंदू त्योहारों के लिए, और ये बैन जो है ये माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने लागू किया है।
तो ये जो यमुना में there are pictures these days, viewers, of there is so much chemical waste from the Yamuna. I don't know if I have the pictures here. You cannot blame Hindu festivals for everything, and the nation wants to know. The nation wants to know when you travel from Noida to Delhi, when you travel.
I need to answer this. Arnab, he keeps lying. Everybody has to respect the Supreme Court guidelines. Everybody has to do it as per the guidelines. That is why the question, why those AAP workers who were not obeying the guidelines of the Supreme Court.
But he is not answering that question for the last 40 minutes.
Why are you encouraging people to burst?
Yes, Arnab.
Then why are you encouraging people to burn crackers on Diwali?
Oh, your argument is no. Viewers, the argument therefore that Anmol is presenting tonight. The argument, okay, viewers, I'll tell you. Anmol, you are a little. Anmol, it's Diwali tomorrow. I don't want to trouble you too much. Now listen to me. The question is this, Anmol. Your argument is that we did look at the pictures of Yamuna today. You know, that's not snow, that's froth, that's sludge. This is the pictures of the Yamuna in Delhi today. This is what the Yamuna looks like, all sludge, foam, chemical waste thrown in. Is Diwali responsible for this also, is my question on the debate tonight. किन चीजों के लिए आप हिंदू फेस्टिवल्स को आप ब्लेम करेंगे? ये क्यों हो रहा है? क्या दिवाली इसके लिए भी जिम्मेदार है? It's a question raised by Dr. Arya earlier, and I'd like Rohan to come in. Rohan is quiet on the debate tonight. Rohan,
can I respond?
No, after Rohan, please. You've taken more than 50% of the time. Let him come in and then you respond. After him, you come back. Yeah, Rohan.
अर्नब, सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम ही आज की डिबेट में, you have been giving time to आम आदमी spokesperson. He is not answering the right questions. आप बोल रहे हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बैन लगाया, तो आपके वर्कर के बैन का असर क्यों नहीं है? क्या आपके लिए दिवाली से ज्यादा बड़ा दिन है जब अरविंद केजरीवाल को रिलीज किया गया? आप बीच में मत बोलिए प्लीज। आप
बिग फाइट टुनाइट बीजेपी आप फाइट। रोहन गुप्ता ऑन द कमबैक।
आपके बोलने से हकीकत नहीं बदलेगी, आपको जवाब देना पड़ेगा, या तो गलती माननी पड़ेगी कि जिस दिन अरविंद केजरीवाल जेल से छूटे वो गलत हुआ, माफी मांगिए देश के सामने। ये डबल बात मत करिए। आप सबको चुप करवा रहे हैं, आपने समझ क्या पूरा देश जानता है आप महाझूठे आप लोग। आप अपनी विफलताओं का ठीकरा जनता पे मत छोड़िए। ये दिल्ली राजधानी है देश की, अगर वो दिवाली नहीं मना पा रही आपकी विफलताओं के कारण है। अभी छठ पूजा आ रही है, आपने यमुना का क्या हाल किया है? अरविंद केजरीवाल को लेकर दुखी मनाई है यमुना में, आपको मालूम चलेगा। यही केजरीवाल ने वादा किया था कि मैं यमुना साफ कर दूंगा, हर साल वादा किया है। ये इसमें किसकी गलती है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गलती है? दिल्ली की जनता की गलती है? आपने पोल्यूशन कम करने के लिए 10 साल में क्या एक्शन लिया बताइए आपने? एयर पोल्यूशन के लिए क्या, वाटर पोल्यूशन के लिए क्या? सिर्फ आपने हवाई वादे किए हैं, और जहां पे भी आपकी गलती है आपने दूसरों को ब्लेम कर दिया। कभी पंजाब में सरकार नहीं थी, पंजाब को ब्लेम कर दिया, अब हरियाणा में नहीं, हरियाणा को। आप जिम्मेदारी कब लेंगे अपनी गलतियों की? कब तक दूसरे के ऊपर डालते रहेंगे? पूरा देश आपको देख रहा है, आपका आपकी ब्लेमिंग पार्टी हर चीज के लिए दूसरे को ब्लेम करना है।
टिप्पणियां की हैं अनमोल इनएफिशिएंसी पे, उस पे जवाब दो।
शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको। पूरे देश की राजधानी की सत्ता चलाते हुए हर विफलता के ऊपर दूसरे के ऊपर डाल रहे हैं आप लोग।
Arnab, you have asked a question about Yamuna water. Can I respond
quickly?
आप करप्शन के लिए हैं, आप लीकर के लिए, आप स्कैंडल के लिए।
Arnab, अरे भाई साहब परेशान मत हो गुप्ता जी। आपका चेहरा वैसे ही देश के सामने बेनकाब हो चुका। आप जनता जानती है कि आप कितने झूठे लोग हैं। आप लोगों की जिंदगी के साथ खिलवाड़ कर रहे हैं, आप उनकी सांसों के साथ खिलवाड़ कर रहे हैं। आप प्रदूषण कम करने में कोई कदम नहीं उठा रहे, बल्कि आप चाहते हैं कि लोग माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के आदेश को ना माने। शर्म की बात है, शर्म की बात है कि आप कानून में आस्था नहीं रखते।
I am closing the debate tonight with sharp opinions, and I wish you all, diya or cracker, a cracking Diwali. Have a wonderful Diwali. My best wishes to you on Diwali. I'll see you very soon. Only for now, the debate is continuing. And remember, viewers, on the other side, the other big debate on why a Dawood Ibrahim linked politician has been given a ticket by the Mahayuti, at least effectively.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.